Mott embodies decay and transformation. Mott also symbolizes the formless, fertile mud from the primordial waters, which aligns with the alchemical idea of life emerging from decay or dissolved matter. This concept resonates with the alchemical principles where watery compounds, symbolic of chaos and dissolution, are a medium for transformation. Putrescent Putrescence is a metaphor for the necessary decomposition before regeneration or the creation of higher forms. Just as Greek myths speak of the primordial chaos, the Phoenician cosmogony by Sanchuniathon, an ancient author, describes Mott as arising from the interactions of wind and primordial waters. Mott represents both the mud and the first principle of life, embodying decay and potential creation. In Empedocle's philosophy, creation involves the interplay of the four elements: earth, air, fire, and water, and love and strife. The watery compound could be an allegory for the mixing of elements leading to life. In Heraclitus's doctrine, flux and transformation, symbolized by water, are central to existence. Resonating with the cyclical nature of putrescence and rebirth. The phrase putrescence of water compound metaphorically aligns with the primordial state of creation in Greek mythology, which is chaos. The concept of Mott as a representation of primordial mud in Phoenician cosmology. Alchemical principles of decay, transformation, and rebirth. The Igig Irofa, the sky-reaching tree or world tree in Hungarian mythology, aligns with these cosmological and alchemical ideologies in multiple ways. While it originates from Finno-Ugric and shamanic traditions, its symbolism connects deeply with Greek cosmogony, Mott, and the putrescence of watery compound in alchemy. The Agig Irofa functions as a cosmic axis that links different realms: the underworld, roots of decay; the middle world, earth, where life emerges; the upper world, divine realms of celestial order. This structure reflects both Greek cosmology, where chaos precedes structured reality, and alchemy, where putrescence leads to rebirth. The tree's roots are often associated with waters, mud, or the abyss, symbolizing the primordial state before creation. Decay and birth, like Mott, the mud of creation. Alchemical dissolution, negredo, and that's before transformation. Much like the primordial waters in Greek and Phoenician myths, the Igig Irofa emerges from the undefined, formless, or decomposed state before reaching the heavens. The concept of Mott as putrescent mud, which brings forth life, mirrors the tree's roots in the underworld growing out of decay. The alchemical principle of petrification leading to the spiritual ascent, the phoenix cycle, destruction leading to rebirth. In this way, the Igig Irofa represents a bridge between chaotic, decaying matter, the putrescent waters, and divine alignment, the heavens. In Greek myth, we see echoes of the world tree concept in the orphan egg and cosmic pillar, the structure of creation, the tree of the Hesperides, guarded by the serpent, like many world trees, chaos as the primordial mud from which order arises. These align with the Igig Irofa, where the roots touch the primordial abyss. The trunk represents the middle world, which is our reality. The branches reach the divine, the celestial realms, enlightenment, or ultimate transformation. The Igig Irofa fits into the Greek creation myth, Venetian mod, and alchemy because it arises from the waters of chaos, similar to the putrescence of watery compounds. It connects death and rebirth like Mott and alchemical petrification. It serves as a cosmic axis uniting all realms. This tree symbolizes the journey of the soul, transformation, and the cycles of the decay and renewal, all key elements in mysticism, alchemy, and ancient cosmology. The tale of Kiskadas, or the little herdsman, fits within these cosmological, alchemical, and mythical frameworks, including the Igig Irofa Mott and the putrescence of watery compound. The tale contains elements of initiation, descent into the underworld, death and rebirth, and cosmic ascent, which align with Greek creation myths, alchemical transformations, and shamanic cosmology. In the Hungarian folklore or folktale, Kiskantas climbs the Erig Eros Fa to reach a higher realm, passes through multiple worlds or layers of existence, encounters trials and supernatural beings, often in otherworldly settings. This ascent represents spiritual transformation and transcendence, mirroring the orphan ascent of the soul in Greek mysticism. In the alchemical Greek work, where base matter is purified through trials. It's also with the shamanic world tree, which uses the travel between realms. Before reaching the celestial realm, Kiskaskas often encounters a deep, dark abyss or an underground world. Passes through stagnant waters. Decay or darkness. Faces monsters or obstacles that test his transformation. Now, the only reason why I tried to do it like that is because there's different versions of the story. So I was trying to say that in some accounts it's this, but not in all accounts. So he encounters a deep, dark abyss or an underground world, and he passes through stagnant waters, decay, or darkness. Also faces monsters or obstacles that test his transformation. Now, this underworld journey aligns with Mott as the primordial mud from which life emerges. So aligns with chaos and Greek cosmogony, where order must be carved out of the formless void. It also aligns with alchemical nigredo, which is blackening, the stage of purification before rebirth. The fact that Kiskandas emerges from these depths stronger or wiser follows the mystic cycle of rebirth, no, of death and rebirth, much like the presence putrescence is necessary for new life. The tale of Kiskandas echoes Greek myths, particularly with Orpheus and Eurydice, there it is, Orpheus and Eurydice, which is a journey to the underworld and back. Then you have Perseus and the Gorgon facing monstrous forces before ascension. Then, of course, you have Hercules' labors, which is trials that purify and elevate the hero. Like these heroes, Kiskandas moves through darkness to reach enlightenment, much like the Igig Irofa growing from the depths of the heavens. No, from the depths to the heavens. Climbing the tree equals spiritual evolution. That's albedo, which is lightning. Encountering the abyss equals breaking down the ego, which is nigredo, and that's blackening. Then returning with wisdom equals final enlightenment. That's rubedo, which is reddening. In alchemical terms, Kiskandas is the philosopher's stones in human form, undergoing transformation through the putrescence. I keep having a hard time with that word. Through the putrescence of watery compound, decay, and rebirth. Kiskandas fits into this broader cosmology. Kiskandas fits into this broader cosmogony or cosmology as his journey follows. That would be descent into darkness, which would be Mott, underworld putrescence. Trial of transformation, which is chaos into order, alchemy. Ascent into enlightenment, Agig Irofa, which is divine knowledge. Okay, now with that, I am going to tell you guys a story about a poor gypsy. This is old folklore that I do want to share. It's actually pretty cool. It's an old gypsy story, so let me put it on there. And I'm going to have to find a site that I can watch to where I can keep track of time because I don't want to overdo it and go over. So here it is. A poor gypsy, often depicted as a wandering trickster or seeker, embarks on a mystical journey where he climbs up into heaven and then descends into hell. The structure of the tale follows the cosmic axis model, where he must navigate different realms of existence. The gypsy climbs a great tree, a ladder, or a golden rope that reaches the heavens.